You must have seen different types of plants in your school premises or the gardens of your residential area. Some of these are ornamental plants with beautiful flowers, while some have different leaves. Have you ever noticed that the flowers of some plants are very big than that of others? We know that size and color of plant parts are genetic traits and are regulated by genes, right? Do you know that some ornamental plants such as gladiolus and dianthus are made to produce big and colorful flowers with a longer shelf life? Let's have a look at these flowers of chrysanthemum. These plants have multiple copies of genes to produce big flowers and different pigments. And since genes are present on chromosomes, the plants have multiple copies of one or more chromosome to have desired flower color and size. So, here the presence of multiple copies of some chromosomes impact desired features to plants. But is the presence of multiple copies of chromosomes always beneficial? Or can it cause some disorders as well? Similarly, what would be the impact of the absence of one or more chromosome on the organisms? Would it be beneficial or harmful? In other words, what are the variations in number of chromosomes and how do they affect the organisms? Let's discuss chromosomal mutation and chromosomal disorder to find out the answer. Different organisms exhibit variations in the total number of chromosomes. Each species has a characteristic number of chromosomes. For instance, humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Any variations in the number of chromosomes result in chromosomal disorders. Let's learn some terminology to understand these variations in detail. If an organism has a chromosome number that is an exact multiple of a chromosome set, it is said to be euploid, and the condition is called euploidy. For instance, if one complete set of chromosomes in a fly include 3 different chromosomes, so the presence of 2 sets of chromosomes would make the fly a diploid. Now imagine that a fly has 3 complete sets of chromosomes in its cells. This means that each of its cells will have 3 multiplied by 3, that is 9 chromosomes. This is called triploid, and the condition is known as triploidy. What if there are 4 or 6 complete set of 3 chromosomes in a fly? The presence of 3 or more complete set of chromosomes is called polyploidy, and the organism is called a polyploid. If the letter N represent one complete set of chromosomes, diploid, triploid and tetraploid organisms are represented as 2N, 3N and 4N respectively. But what causes ploidy? Let's discuss. Failure of cytokinesis after nuclear division produces polyploid cells. Polyploidy is most common in plants. For example, the common wheat, Triticum aestivum, is a hexaploid containing 6N sets of chromosomes. I have a doubt here. Do chromosomal variations always affect whole sets of chromosomes? What if a single chromosome is missing from an organism? Many chromosomal variations are caused by the gain or loss of a particular chromosome or chromosomes, and this condition is called aneuploidy. Here, if a diploid organism has one extra copy of chromosome, it is said to be trisomic, or the condition is called trisomy. It is represented as 2N plus 1. On the other hand, A diploid organism that lacks a copy of chromosome is called monosomic, and the condition is called monosomy. It is represented as 2n-1. Now that you have learned about some major categories of chromosomal variations, let's discuss some genetic disorders caused by them. We know that somatic cells of human body have 23 pairs of chromosomes, right? So, the chromosomes are present in pairs. Let's recall the meiosis during oogenesis to have a better understanding. In this disorder, failure of chromosomal segregation during meiosis 1 or meiosis 2 in an oocyte causes the presence of 2 copies of chromosome in chromosome number 21. Fertilization of this egg by a normal sperm would produce a zygote carrying 3 copies of 21 chromosomes, since sperms will also contribute 1 copy of chromosome 21. It will develop into an individual having 2n plus 1 or a total of 47 chromosomes. The person is said to be trisomic for chromosome 21. This syndrome is known as Down syndrome. Here, one important thing to notice is that the occurrence of Down syndrome increases with age during a woman's reproductive year. So, how does the presence of an extra copy of chromosome 21 affect the individual? Let's see. The affected individual will have mental deficiencies, abnormal patterns of palm creases, slanted eyes, small round face, and a short stature. This was first described by Langdon Down in 1866 and hence the name Down syndrome. Now, you might ask a question here. Is there any chromosomal disorder related to sex chromosomes? The answer is yes, there are. Let's discuss some examples here. Recall again the meiosis during oogenesis. Now I'll ask one question. What would happen if 2 X chromosomes or sister chromatids of X chromosome fail to segregate from each other during anaphase 1 and anaphase 2? The resultant egg cell would have 2 copies of X chromosomes, right? Now, if the egg cell with 2 X chromosome is fertilized by a sperm carrying 1 Y chromosome, the resultant zygote would have 2 copies of X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome. The zygote would develop into a male having Klinefelter syndrome and carrying a total of 47 chromosomes. The chromosome number can be written as 44 autosomes plus XXY. Let us now check the symptoms shown by this affected person. The person exhibits symptoms such as sexual immaturity, no production of sperms, swelling and enlargement of breast, basically a kind of feminine development. The abnormal growth and development of breast in males is called gynecomastia. They are sterile individuals. Is there any chromosomal disorders caused by the lack of one sex chromosome? Yes, let's discuss. Recall again that failure of segregation of X chromosome during egg formation produces some egg cells that do not have X chromosome at all. Fertilization of an egg with no X chromosome by a sperm carrying 1 X chromosome produces a female with a single copy of X chromosome. Turner syndrome is caused by the absence of 1 X chromosome, and the affected females have a total of 45 chromosomes in their cells. The syndrome is represented as 44 autosome plus X0 chromosomes. So, how does the absence of 1 X chromosome in females affect them? Let's see. These females have short statures, webbed neck, and are sexually underdeveloped with underdeveloped ovaries. They are sterile and do not exhibit proper development of secondary sexual features. Now that you have learned about chromosomal variations and associated disorders, can you correlate them with DNA that stores the genetic information in our cells? What is the basic structure of a DNA molecule? What is it made up of? Is it a polymer or a monomer? If it is a polymer, what are the monomers and how are they bound to make a large DNA molecule? We'll find out answer to all these questions in our next session. Let's summarize what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.